All right. Just straight up mute him.
Yeah, we can hear you through Griff's mic. So I mean,
Oh, can you?
I mean,
yeah,
it's not super clear. Yeah.
If I do this and turn the gain up, how about now? Give it.
Hey, can you hear me good?
actually, yeah,
It's a little better.
yeah.
All right.
We'll mess with it. We'll roll with it.
All right. Let's see here. New shield mode shortcut.
Oh, yes, that is dope.
Is it?
Yes.
Shield mode customizing preset powerful pay quickly advance stop hateful and harassing messages from your spam in the channel.
Turn it on after you're done your stream.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Multi-stream. Go to the thing. Pop up here. Go to YouTube.
How'd you get your banner?
That's actually from Logitech Capture. I actually upgraded my webcam. Live we is. Go to the thing. All right, mute that. I don't know.
Mimic is on. So why do we not just? He's on. He's not sick. He's a liar. He's probably fine.
He's playing hooky.
I was still doing the show when I had COVID. Was I?
You bowed out for 1 week.
Oh, okay. We need to hurry, because I want to talk about what I was just doing, because it was great. Dude, yeah, it's pretty great. I'm gonna talk about this too. Wow, it's.
Oh, are you serious? Seriously? Did you log me out again? I hate Twitch so much. I really do. Remind me later.
Wait, didn't I get into this?
There it goes. That's up and running. And then we get this. All right.
Ooh, very nice. That was why.
All right. Let's see here. Are we good? Everybody good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All good here.
All right. This is going to be, I'll probably pass the mic back and forth kind of deal. And here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Griffcast, episode 623 of the Mature Nerdy Podcast for Immature People, the show where we talk about any and all things nerd, from video games, comic books, movies, computer technology, and or science, up to and including why has everybody got the flu now that COVID's over. Welcome to the show. Happy days. So we got a little bit of a different setup going on. You might have to fiddle around with your volume a little bit. I do apologize for that, but I am having a in-live person in live here. Say hello, Wild.
Hey, everybody.
So we got Wild in town today. Oh, I'm gonna do a little guys' night. So show might be a little bit shorter tonight than usual, depending on what we get into. So how's everybody doing today? Oh yeah, also Mimic could not make it tonight. He is a little bit under the weather. He's probably going to be stalking us in the chat, I'm assuming.
Lies. I know he's playing hooky. He's playing hooky.
He's trying to want to show up.
He's trying to outlevel me on that on Dark Tide. That's what it is. But yeah, so definitely gonna be a little bit of digging around tonight, talking about some bullshit that's been going on. Also, there hasn't been a lot of news going on besides a bunch of trailers dropping, which 99% of them look like hot trash.
What's wrong with you? All of them look like hot trash? No, I
I said
think
99%. About 1% of the trailers look pretty
Yeah,
good.
we'll give you the 1%. We'll give you the 1%, CP.
1%? It's like, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go see Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, that's the 1%. Um, but I don't know, man. Like, what you all been into this week?
Sauce, you can go first.
I mean, it's the same old shit for me. I just spend all my time on this damn thing right here.
I actually didn't look. Did you drop anything new this week?
No, I've got some songs that I'm working on that I keep meaning to give some more attention to, but they're not like technically done yet. So I still want to do more with them. I've got like maybe at least 5 that I want to put out.
I've noticed your. I mean, this is just an observation, but I've noticed that your production has slowed down a little bit, but your quality's going up.
Oh well, thank you. I mean, I'm
Quality
certainly
over
trying to
quantity.
improve in whatever way I can. I guess that's just another reason why it's taking me a little longer. I'm trying to put a little more into each project that I work on, even though sometimes I'll just make a project and not really put too much into it. But I mean, I just enjoy creating stuff, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, so yeah. Well, I mean, we know what Wild's doing.
Yep, been here. Probably one of the things I figured out is that now I figured out how to use my cell phone as a webcam, and that thing crispy.
Is it?
1440, 1440. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's that iRowan program that I told you guys about.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got tired of like getting text messages and getting kicked out of it, so I just switched back to a webcam because I'm lazy. You know, and I keep forgetting do not disturb.
Oh, well, that sounds like a personal problem.
I mean, we've seen how we've gone with the show, right? And how technically advanced I am, right? How like every show is postponed by 10, 20 minutes because I'm trying to get shit running again.
Audio.
You know, a tech and nerdy show that has so much technical difficulties.
You'd be really like
Those can't use tech.
you'd be surprised how much has to go into all these things.
Yeah, I bet. I don't doubt it.
Especially since I'm doing multi-streaming and having like you know, like it's going to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. It's going everywhere. Let's see here. But yeah, what about you, TC? What you been doing since you want to talk about it so bad?
I have gotten into, you know, let's say, I was going to start it off. Oh, yeah. TCP has been playing a lot of TCP. No, it's not as dirty as you think it is. The Callisto Protocol. I mean, yeah, I've been doing a lot of that too. You know.
What's your opinion on that game?
I like it, man. I do like it. Yeah. So like, it just got hammered on Steam. I think just because people are just so fucking impatient.
Are you
And
playing
just,
it on Steam?
Yeah, I'm playing it on Steam PC, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, yes, within the first couple of hours, it definitely did have its performance issues. Like, could not hold frame rate.
What are people complaining about?
People are literally only complaining about it just not having, you know, good performance off the bat. You know, and then like within it, I mean, I would say 12 hours. Yeah, like I played through it and I fought through like the stuttering and like a little bit of frame drops here and there, and like by the time like I turned it off for the night, like as soon as I like, you know, closed the game, it's like, all right, there it, like the update started for it, and it was just like, oh, this is the performance update. And I was just like, but it's got thousands and thousands of negative reviews on Steam just because people are so fucking impatient. I mean,
You know, there's one other issue I think people are having with it. What's your opinion on the combat system?
so I like the combat system. At first, it was really pissing me off. It was really pissing me off at first. That shit was tough because I'm like, no, motherfucker, I'm dodging. I cannot push the left stick any farther to the left or the right. I'm fucking dodging. It's a little tough. Like if you get like pushed into a corner or like if you're like in a very tight space, then like, yeah, it definitely does not work as well. Which, you know, kind of makes sense. You're in a tight space. You're not able to like bob and weave. But at first, like before I got the hang of it, I was like, this shit was really pissing me off. I was getting ready to fucking destroy the game. I was like, I'm gonna put my fist through this monitor. There's no way I'm getting hit right now. That's such bullshit.
I think the combat system works pretty well when you're fighting one person. As soon as you're fighting like 3, it's like kind of falls apart a little bit. It's the only thing that kind of gets me about the game.
So I mean, I liked it because like there was times where like I was being swarmed by enemies and I was bobbing and weaving perfectly, and like when you're doing it perfectly and you're just fucking
It
them
looks
up,
good.
you're just like, oh, you're just gonna and like you're just beating the shit out of me. You're just like, fucking die. So,
So
and
Solips, are you
one of
on
the-
this too?
Hmm?
Have you gotten it too?
Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit. I'm probably not as far as TC is, but I'm like maybe 3 or 4 hours into it.
Yeah. I mean, I've played it for like a long time. I don't know how many hours I could say like I'm actually through the progression because I've been exploring like a motherfucker. So like I mean I'll tell you like the differences between like the original Dead Space and this because it's different, but also like it is Dead Space and it's so good.
The story is very similar in comparison, but like
Yeah.
the gameplay very different.
The gameplay is very different. So did you notice in the beginning like I noticed like a lot of the enemies like even if as I would replay areas like because I ended up dying, some of the enemies how much damage they would take would vary. There was one time I was like fighting those things that were spitting at you and there was 2 of them and I was wailing on them both for like a good 5 minutes and they ended up killing me. And then I restarted it and I shot them both from a distance and they just died instantly and I was like
I did notice some inconsistency like that. It could
Yeah.
just be early performance right now. Probably something they could fix with an update.
yeah, and I think they did because I haven't noticed it as bad since the performance update. And like since the performance update, there's still a lot of frame drops here and there, but it definitely plays a lot better. And I've noticed like the Steam reviews have gone way back up, and I'm just like, man, people are just so impatient. And they're just like, oh, this game is trash just because it has frame drops off the bat. I mean, everything else about it is literally perfect. The combat system is new and innovative. The graphics are fucking ridiculously amazing. The story is good.
It is pretty ridiculous how good
mean,
it looks.
I mean, if it wasn't just for the performance drop, that thing would just, its stats would be like, 10 out of 10. But like everyone's like, oh, performance drop, I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a negative review just because it doesn't have the performance within the first 8 minutes of me playing the game. I'm like, dude, okay.
Let's also, I mean, there's a little bit of impatience with that, but you kind of expect the game to be playable when you get it.
That is true, and
I mean,
I think I wanted to touch on this last week. I hate the term "gone gold" because I'm like every game should be technically gold by the time it comes out. That is such a shitty term. I fucking hate it.
I always expect it to be more along the lines of, it's gone gold in sales or it's gone platinum in sales. I didn't realize that going gold wasn't actually, an in-office term of we're done with the game.
Yeah, it just means we finished development. So I'm just like, that's so dumb because like people are like the game's gone gold. I'm like, oh, they've already sold that many pre-orders. Whatever. Like, no, it just means the game's playable. I'm like, the game should be playable before it comes. It should be playable. We don't need to make a term for the game being playable. The game should be playable by the time its release date comes out. That just makes no sense.
So, I would say probably y'all already know how I am. I don't play scary games. I don't play none of that jazz. I actually have seen videos and clips of this game. It makes me want to play it.
Dude, go back and play. I was the same as you. I was the same as you before the first Dead Space. Also, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Like, super quick. So I used to go buy the DS, and then I started playing Dead Space and, DS. Mm-hmm. And now I started going by TCP, and the Callisto Protocol came out, and it's TCP. It's a fun fact. Anyway, so I was playing the original Dead Space. When I first saw the original Dead Space, I was like, I am playing that shit, man. Fuck that game. That game is fucking stupid. I'm not going to play it. I'm like, it's in space. I love space. Okay, maybe I'll play it. I'm like, oh shit, I don't do fucking scary games. But I played it, dude. I fucking fell in love with that game. My favorite game of all time. Dude, you should.
I'm thinking about it.
You should,
I'm thinking
you
about
should
it
definitely play it.
Like I normally, that's usually out of my wheelhouse, but I am having some camera lag going on.
You'll be alright.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Callisto Protocol, if you just want to play something that's a really cool cinematic experience, I think that's more so what it is.
Yeah. They definitely did a good job with their cinematics and like their cutscenes, like the details on everything. Like I'm shooting, like they have some of the creatures that will crawl at you and they'll explode, and I shoot them and when they pop, their fucking blood just flies everywhere and it's sticking to the walls and it's sticking to the ceiling and will like drip down from the ceiling for like the next couple of minutes. I'm just like, dude, that's tight.
there is a real attention to the detail and gore in that game, especially compared to a lot of games right now. That one definitely hits the mark.
The lighting is, made it, so great. I'm glad that I have a very powerhouse GPU where I can get the lighting, because the lighting is starting to fuck me up. Like I'll enter some rooms and like the lights are like laying on the ground, like the beam of light is like shooting straight into my eyes and I can't see, and I'm just like, this is not cool, because I can hear shit moving around, but I can't see. I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy right now. I was just playing it.
I can't see, but I can hear stuff.
Dude, like you go down one corridor, and like I didn't think this game was gonna be as mentally disturbing as Dead Space was, because Dead Space is very mentally disturbing. But I'm going down one corridor, and I just start hearing people like off in the distance just whisper, Jacob, 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 and it's getting louder. And also like, and I'm wearing these turtle breeches as I'm playing. I'm freaking the fuck out. And then like I just hear it, like it's like right fucking here. It's like Jacob, and I'm like, fuck no.
So
it does have like jump scares left and right.
Does it have like the ambiance, kind of like was that Sonya Sacrifice?
Yes, I guess
somewhat.
So. I mean, yeah, not
to the extent.
Right.
Okay.
It's only here and there, like you'll like hear voices and stuff. Like you hear shit moving around in the walls and in the air vents. And you just hear shit moving around all the fucking time. So it'll do that to you. And Dead Space was known for that too. Like you just hear shit moving around, and you're just like, oh shit, it's about to pop out of the wall right next to me. No, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, it busts out of the floor, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah,
man, it's
it really does.
It's really good. I've only noticed like a few. There hasn't even really been glitches. Like the one. So aside from the performance, and then like sometimes the inconsistency with the enemy's damage and how much they take, I think they fixed those two things. The only thing I've ever really noticed that was like I've gotten a spacesuit, so I can go like out in the environment. And then sometimes like when I'm going, or like, because it has a face shield, and it's so like when you're indoors it's open, and when you're outside it closes. But I've noticed like recently it's just been stuck in the open position. So like when I go outside, he's just like. I'm just like, oh, that could be better.
Yeah. Little things.
But they'll fix it.
Little things.
Small things, but there's no glitches. I mean, the game still plays great. I love it. It's so good.
So let's see. I'm interested in it. I'll probably take a look at it here at some point in time. All right. So let's see. We got all kinds of trailers dropping this all of a sudden. So we got the trailer for The Last of Us, trailer for Cocaine Bear, trailer for Indiana Jones, trailer for Guardians 3. Got a video about police use of deadly robots has been voted to allowed. Okay, interesting. We had the trailer for. Actually, was there a trailer for The Mandalorian?
No, all I saw was that it's just that it's just got a release date now. It's March 2023, I think.
Okay, and then we got the trailer for Rise of Beasts. All right, so we'll let's go through these real quick and see. We'll go with what we have here in our news cycle. All right, Transformers: Rise of Beasts looks cool. Too many humans. It's the issue of Transformers movies. There's too many humans.
Yep, way too many humans.
So Mandalorian, I'll probably watch that as long as it stays good. Let's see. All right, Guardians 3 actually looks watchable. I like the Guardians franchise for the most part. I like Chris Pratt, so I will probably see that, but that might be a wait till video thing for me. Indiana Jones, I'm not even. All right, so no. So for me with Indiana Jones, like the test audience scores have been leaked. The best ending, they've recorded 5 endings.
Okay.
And they've recorded 5 endings, and the best ending had a 30% viewer approval. The worst ending was at like 12% viewer approval.
Who are these people that get to go into these test screenings? I want to go.
People with incredibly high expectations.
I guess so.
But if the synopsis for the movie that was leaked is true, no, I'm good.
Do you want to talk about it?
So okay, so the rough synopsis of the movie that was leaked is that Indy is doing his teacher thing again, and then one of his students, or whatever her name is, that's going to be one of the main heroines of the movie. They both get shoved through a portal, go back in time. Indy dies, and she has to live out Indy's life as Indy.
That sounds made up. I mean, going off the trailer, it looked like they were going on an adventure together. Oh shit! What is the name of the movie? Is it called The Dial of Time?
The Dial of Destiny.
The Dial of Destiny.
So like that's one I'm waiting for it to come out, and I will wait for like full synopsis and people I trust to watch it before I go see it myself. Like I am, I'm very hesitant about giving Disney more money at this point in time. So, Cocaine Bear looks absolutely nuts. That's actually based on a true story. It's literally about a bear that does cocaine and goes on a 2-week rampage.
2-week rampage?
Yeah, it's
really?
nuts. It's nuts. Yeah.
I thought it was like a couple hours, and I think I remember hearing about it. But like, is it as deadly as the movie portrays it to be? Because I mean, like,
I don't think it was.
The movie, like, the bear is just going fucking ham.
I'm gonna have to see that trailer.
Huh?
I'm gonna have to see that trailer.
Did you want to stream it? Did you want to?
Yeah,
Over the top.
Let's see. I know it's gonna do it there. Let's see.
It's so funny.
I saw it the other day, just kind of like going through YouTube, and I actually wasn't sure if it was a real movie or not that I was seeing.
Right?
I thought it was just like a comedy spoof or something.
I mean, it is.
I mean, well, it is, but it's like the way it was portrayed. I was like, is this a real movie, or is this just some goofy little, 3-minute little clip that somebody just went way out of their way to put together?
That guy.
We should go. Millions of dollars worth
I get a
of cocaine
very
fell from the sky
Tucker and
this
Dale
morning
versus
in
Evil vibe out of
Knoxville,
this.
Tennessee.
There's more
Yeah,
than
but
this
yeah,
out
very
there.
much.
They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Forest is a dangerous place.
Hey Henry, check it out.
It's a movie that seems very aware of what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely not like trying to be super serious. It's definitely like an R-rated comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the Cuba Gooding, or not Cuba Gooding? Jesus, Ice Cube's son's name? Look at that.
The bear. It fucking did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
And then this must have been Ray Liotta's last movie.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
Oh shit.
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with a man forever.
Apex predator. High on cocaine. Out of its mind. Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear?
Shoot it, man.
Bear, speed up!
Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah.
It's not over. Keep playing. It's not over.
It's the last. Wait.
That looks great, man. It looks great. Let's see what else dropped. So we got the Last of Us trailer. I haven't watched that one myself, but I don't care for the Last of Us that much. But I mean, for those that do, we'll go ahead and we'll pop it up.
Yeah, it looks very good. I think it looks good.
Let's see here. Share your screen. Last of Us trailer. Go live. Make it big.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
I think these two are gonna kill this fool.
You haven't
their
seen the
respective
world,
roles.
so you don't know. You keep going for family.
I'm not family.
No. You're cargo.
Why are you so important? Somewhere out west.
I Legend.
They're working on a cure. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
So have you
She's so
played the
much as
last of Us?
twitches.
No, because he doesn't. He's Xboxed.
Okay.
I'm taking you with me. You do what I say when I say it. You got any
Really?
advice
That's the
on
song they
best
go with?
way west?
I know, right? It's so weird, but like in the end, it works out.
You've come this far, and you know what's out there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna scare us. Scared him?
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Be careful who you put your faith in.
You might not be her father, but you were someone's.
You trust me?
Yeah, that looks really good.
Okay, yeah, you know what? All right, yeah.
That game is just like such an emotional experience. Like I feel bad for you all for not getting into it. Like when it showed the black dude and his brother, like dude, I almost bust out crying like right fucking now. That their story is just so
How many
emotional. They're not even what?
There's two games.
There's two games, but that one is only showing everything from the first game.
Yeah. Yeah, and also to give you a general idea of the quality of the second game. So the first game is still $40 if you get the and it's what, 15 years old? No, it's not that. 10.
Something like that.
10.
Wait,
At least.
When did the first one come out? About 10 years ago? It was
the first
PS3.
game, it came out in 2013. It was the last year of the PS3.
10 years ago. 10 years ago. And
It might even been 2014.
the second game's like $9.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the
It
first
is
game
not.
It was on PlayStation.
It's probably on sale.
Yeah, they both were on sale. The first one was on sale for $40. The second was on sale for $9.
Because the first one, they just came out with a new version of it, which they still charged full price for. It was the rebuild.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's why it was so much more than The Last of Us 2, which came out 2 years ago.
which is still 2
Yes.
years old and $9 on a Sony product.
Or was that 3 years ago? Is it 2019?
Still. And then also we have we don't have the trailer posted up here, but I think the other movie I'm looking forward to is Violent Night.
How can you even talk about the games and their quality when you've never played them?
I played the first one.
Okay, so you didn't even play the second one.
No. I have no ambition to, because the first one I didn't like. So why would I play the sequel to the game that I didn't like?
Something's wrong with you.
I mean, there's a list. Yeah.
We all can't be winners, I guess.
I mean, I think I'm entitled to my opinion, right? Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I think the other, so like the only three movies I'm really looking forward to, I don't know, The Last of Us looks really good. I don't care for the games, but the show looks good. But yeah, so Last of Us, Cocaine Bear, Guardians, and Violent Night. I think those are the moves I'm looking to the most.
Violent Night? Violent Night, it looks...
Cocaine Bear?
Huh?
No Cocaine Bear?
Yeah, it's just like Cocaine Bear. Last of Us, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, okay.
Guardians 3,
Okay.
and Violent Night. Violent Night looks crazy, though.
Yeah, did that not already come out, though?
It might be out. It might be out. I mean, it is a Christmas movie, and it is the Christmas season, so...
I feel like Violent Night. Yeah. It looks wild.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 looked good. I thought Guardians 3 looked good.
Adam looks weird, but
it's gonna be a lot more emotional roller coaster. He almost looks exactly like how he's supposed to be. I remember when they first cast that dude, everyone was like, "Wait, what? Why would they do that?" I was like, "No, I think that's perfect casting."
I need to go back and look at it again.
I think he's gonna pull that look off very well. Everyone always thinks back to him like when he was in like We Are the Millers. Like, yeah, he is definitely not attractive in that scenario. They make him look like a nerd. He's supposed to be a nerd, but he's definitely not a bad-looking dude. And then, like, you know, him as Adam Warlock, I think he's gonna pull it the fuck off.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he will or he won't. All right. So this I thought was kind of funny. So PlayStation reached out to Microsoft and like, hey, can we put the PlayStation Store on the Xbox? And Microsoft's like, no. Which is really funny because Xbox reached out to PlayStation like, 3 years ago? They're like, hey, can we put Game Pass on the PlayStation? And PlayStation's like, no.
No.
So, you know, I mean, they, you know, make your bed, you lay in it, right?
That meme that I made for that is just like fucking, just spot on perfect for that shit.
I think they're just doing it just to be comical now.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. I have you guys talked about Pokemon to anybody in like the public space recently?
I haven't talked about Pokemon in forever.
All right. So, you know, I have a sales job, so I'm out in the public quite a bit. And so I talked to a couple people about Pokemon, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty. So we're talking about Scarlet and Violet, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty trash. Like, it's fun for a Pokemon game because it's a Pokemon game, so it's fun, but it's got a lot of issues. And every single person that is a fanboy of Pokemon go, if you say glitches, I'm going to like they straight up get borderline violent trying to defend this stupid game.
People have been there before.
Crazy. Like, like that I'm a full, you are entitled to your opinion kind of thing. But like straight up borderline violent. If you say glitches, I'm walking out. Like I said the game's fun. I just said it has issues. I'm like, I've got screen tearing, poor draw distance. They're like, yeah, well, I guess some things are not rendering right. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a problem for a game that looks worse and plays worse than the one that came out 3 years ago.
So, quick question. So it's called Scarlet and Violet. Do they still do the thing where they, you know, is it two games? Is there, you know, Scarlet and then there's Violet, or is it still just one game?
So it's the same way that Pokemon does it. It's the exact same game, just what you have access to is different. So like if you want everything, you have to get a friend who also has the opposite version, and you have to trade back and forth.
So you do have to buy Scarlet, and then one person buys Violet, and then.
I mean that's a good sell point.
I mean, it's crazy though. They've always done it that way.
But both games are full price.
Yeah, both games are full price. I mean, I tell you what, these people are nuts. They're nuts about their Pokemon, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy playing the games. They are a great time sink when you have nothing better to do. Like, you could slap that in your Switch, your DS, your OG brick, and it's great. You know, it's a great time sink. You know, especially if you're into like, you know, grinding games like I am, like Diablo and you know, or like old school JRPGs and stuff like that. Like, it's there for you. Like overall, like I don't pay attention to the story. Like I've never paid attention to a Pokemon story. I tried watching the anime like once, and I'm like, yeah, no, this ain't for me. This wasn't made for me. So I'll just enjoy the games as they come out. I play the card game now and then just because it's very easy for people to get into, and I love trading card games, collectible trading card games. Like you can't see it right here, but like right below the frame is an entire pile of Magic cards. Like
you didn't even bother to stack them? They're just in a pile?
Well, that one is, yeah. Like over here behind the between the amp and the shelf right here is like everything I have sorted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's but you know, a lot of people can't get into the depth of Magic or the depth of Yu-Gi-Oh, so people play Pokemon because it's a lot simpler.
There's 1,000 Pokemons now, though.
Is there 1,000?
someone said like they just created their 1,000th Pokemon, and it looked like just like a. Oh my god, what did it look like? It's like a. It just looked like a little leaf. Oh my god, like a what is it? The type of onion, like a scallion onion. It just looked like a scallion onion with arms, and I was just like,
yeah, like some of them are weird, man. Like there's one that looks like a, that baby toy that looks like a keychain. Like there's one that looks like that. There's one now that's a car engine.
Of course, why wouldn't there be?
Yeah, and it's funny too. Like in this, like you have to actually go and fight, the Team Rocket in this one's called like Team Star, and when you go fight them, the last one has that Pokemon in a car, and you have to fight the car.
Room, bitch.
It's like old school Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Is Team Rocket dead, or they just like only use Team Rocket for Ash?
No, so it's a region thing. So each region has their own thing.
Okay. Yeah, man. I haven't been big into Pokemon in a long time.
Yeah, like I just play the games just because, and I say that, but I think so. I played Sword. No, I played Shield. I'm playing Scarlet. I'm playing Scarlet. I played Shield, and before that, I think the last one I got was Diamond, back on the DS.
Mm-hmm.
So, what, 8, 9, 10 years ago was the last one I played?
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I saw a meme about it earlier. Because, so you've played both. You've played, the new Pokemon game, and you've played Ragnarok. Which one is better? Because I saw a meme that's like, oh, Ragnarok, they only sold 5 million copies in 10 days, but Pokemon sold 10 million copies in 3 days. So it is clearly the game of the year.
Okay, you know the answer to this question already.
I know, but I just want to go through it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's hands down God of War is the better game. Pokemon sells out because it has the biggest audience in the freaking world. Because you got people like me who only play the games. You have the people who watch the show. You have the people that do both. You have the people that are obsessed with the card game who play the games because they're obsessed with the card game. And they want to see what cards are going to be coming out next. That's so like you have just so many audiences that will jump into that. On top of that, it's extremely accessible. So as long as you have a Switch, you can play it. And, you don't have to be online, which is one of the things that make the Switch really nice is you don't have to be online. Like what you do with the PlayStation and the Xbox. So you're also going to get those...
You don't have to be online to play those?
Okay. I mean, 99% of the games I play are online games, so...
Yeah, but Ragnarok's not an online game.
It's not, but I'm kind of curious if it'll work if you unplug your internet.
It will. You just won't have the latest patches, so you might deal with some shit. See, this is why games need to, be gold before they launch. But
actually, gold.
Yeah.
But no, like I talked to probably about 4 or 5 people who are just absolutely nuts when it comes to defending this game. Like it is crazy the amount of shit these people are willing to go through to believe that this game is good. It's fun. It's a Pokemon game. They're fun. But it has issues.
The extent of my Pokemon is Pokemon Go. That is it. And I barely touch that. And the only reason I even have Pokemon cards now is because my son is absolutely going crazy over these Pokemon cards.
I mean, that's... I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. All right, and this will lead us into the last thing, since we're talking about Pokemon through the years. Can we stand more nostalgia? How much more can they bank on our nostalgia? What did the 70s, 80s, and 90s do that was so good? And this is a universal statement when it comes to video games, shows, comic books. How much more can they bank on our nostalgia at this point in time?
endlessly.
I don't think it's yeah, I don't think it's necessarily that that era was so good. It's the simple fact that most of the people alive right now are from that era, and that's just the shit that we remember. We grew up on it, and as a result, it's ingrained in us. You know.
Hold up. All right.
One other thing. The games that came out during that time frame actually were good and actually were finished. So when you actually played it, you didn't have to worry about a patch or none of that. You bought the game, you got the game, you played the game. That was it.
Yeah.
That's the other reason that our generation goes on and on about that, because we came from that. We came from the era of completion, if you want to call it that. But yeah, it's just I think that's what it really is. I think that's what it comes down to.
I think as long as you have, you know, a childhood, as long as you have a past to remember, they're gonna play on that nostalgia factor. They're gonna do it. Like, I mean, I saw a post the other day. They're screaming like, "Oh, God of War 2 needs to be remastered and re-released and a remake." I'm like, the fuck it does. Why does everything need a remake? Why does everything need to be remastered and redone and just like with the Spyro games? I was talking to a buddy of mine, you know, and he bought the new Spyro game, even though he still owns the old Spyro games. He's just like, I only bought it just because I love Spyro, and I just wanted to see them in new high definition. They didn't change anything; they just made it look pretty. And I'm just like, it's the exact same game. Sorry, but that's me going into remakes. But he bought it because of the nostalgia factor for the game. He's just I
did the same thing with Final Fantasy VII, though. I was expecting something closer to the original game, and I didn't get anywhere near that. But I get it. I get it a little bit, but I've been burnt so many times on nostalgia purchases that I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm done. I can't be sold on nostalgia anymore. I think it's
Call of Duty's doing it, and they're rolling in bank. They're like, oh, we're gonna name this game Modern Warfare 2. Everyone remembers Modern Warfare 2 from back like 10 years ago. That was the greatest game ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just gonna name it Modern Warfare 2. Oh my God, all the copies got sold. Like, I don't even think people really realized that it was like a new game, and it's a new game, but it's technically like a carbon copy of the old one. So I mean, like, what the fuck? It's how you get everybody. You're like, we got the new crowd and we got the old crowd. Everyone's gonna fucking buy it.
Really, it's true, because they have in the Warzone map, they have high rise on there. So
they have high rise, they have Rust, they have all the old maps.
Everybody drops in on that. Everybody, every game I've played, at least half the map drops on that area, and it is nuts. I'd be surprised if you come out of there with a kill, because I've died plenty.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, like the new Ninja Turtle movies. I can't watch them. They're horrible. Like the new Star Wars. Can't watch them because they're horrible. Like that's why I think I'm very iffy about the new indie, because I'm like, they haven't been good since the first three.
Right, but ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
How many have there been? Were there 4? Yeah, this is Indiana Jones 5. So yeah, 4 was bad. Yeah, 4 was not great.
Didn't they?
I still enjoyed it, but it was definitely not great.
I mean, it was.
And then 5 looks like they're trying to go back to their roots a little bit. It kind of did look like it was a Raiders of the Lost Ark remake.
This is actually something I think is going to ring very true. Harrison Ford is actually on record saying that when I die, Indiana Jones dies with me.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll only last but so long, but sure. I mean, he can think whatever he wants.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I'm of the opinion we need to like have a little bit more of a gap in between like remakes and stuff like that when it comes to movies and film.
What are you talking about? You don't
I definitely agree with that.
You don't want to put out a Batman movie every 3 years with the new Batman?
I was literally just getting ready to say that. There needs to be at least a 10-year span for Batman movies.
Wasn't there like 2 that came out like within the same year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, as long as we don't go back, you know, honestly, honestly, I'm gonna say this. With the garbage that's been coming out, I'll take another Batman and Robin. Nobody?
I think I might be right there with you. I might be. It's because I remember the last one that I watched. I was like, I kind of...
Yeah, honestly, I mean, when it comes to the Batman, like, I thought that Pattinson actually did a really good job, which it really weirded me out that he was a better Batman than Bruce Wayne when going into it. I thought it was going to be the exact opposite. Because he was a pretty cringe Bruce Wayne, but damn, he did fucking great as Batman. And it's going to be really confusing here pretty soon because they're going to continue the Pattinson trilogy, if not more, and then we're also going to get Batfleck back for the Justice League.
Indeed.
Uh-oh.
Yep, they're trying to. I think is James Gunn. Is he trying to restore the Snyderverse? I think
So.
I think he's trying to.
He's going to maintain it because he's bringing back Ben Affleck for Batman. He's bringing back Henry Cavill for Superman. So maybe he's going to try to maintain that. I mean, as long as they get someone new to play the Joker, we're good. Honestly, though, I thought that
gotta have another Joker. Have another Joker.
I actually thought that Leto could have been an amazing Joker if his appearance was just a little bit better.
He tried too hard.
Yeah, it was just a little like you always expect over the top with the Joker. You just don't expect that over the top.
Yeah.
Because like if you think back on it, like his attitude and his acting style, he could have been very close to like the old Mark Hamill animated Joker.
I will allow that. Yeah, I mean, Leto's a fantastic actor. He's done some great stuff, but yeah, him and comic book movies have not really meshed. They have not really meshed. Oh, when Morbius finally came to Netflix, I could watch it.
It's Morbin time.
Actually, I don't know if it was Netflix or Stars. I think it was Stars. Anyway, I was able to watch it, and I was just like, oh my god, damn, this movie is...
Was it that bad?
It was not as terrible as everyone makes it out to be, but not by much.
Are we talking like Blood Rain? Blood Rain good?
I don't even know what Blood Rain... Oh, do I remember Blood Rain? I don't think I ever saw Blood Rain.
It's bad. It's bad.
God.
But
Dragon Ball Z Evolution.
All right, we don't talk about that. That doesn't exist. Same thing with the last...
It definitely should have.
Yeah, that doesn't exist, and neither does the last Avatar movie. We're just going to Shyamalan that out of here. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. I got some grilling to get to. Anyway, thank you guys for coming and watching. Hope you had a good time. See you next week.